Gabe Lustman. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Excited to be here.
That's what's up, man. I'm glad to have you here, man. I appreciate you being here. For sure, man. Let's talk to him, Gabe. You living or you surviving?
I'm doing good, man. I'm trying to do better than maintain, you know?
I love it.
Just elevating and working every day to try to reach my goals.
Respect, bro.
Welcome to the Integrity Response with your brother CEO Khacki. Every individual sitting across from me doesn't believe in being typical, ordinary, or familiar. They're elite, meaning society's norms don't sit well with them. They believe in raising the bar for themselves, family, and for those they may never meet. From those in humble beginnings to those in the midst of greatness and legends who've paved the way. With a comedic edge, I will ask the questions that hold value, and I believe we'll gain insight to the real them. It's the Integrity Response.
So I normally ask my first question into the interview is, you know, at the age of 9, before it all, what did you want to be? But through research, I know you've always wanted to be a recording artist and a singer.
That's true.
How did you all, you know, just singing from the womb, as you say, you know, like what is
You did, you researched.
Come on, bro. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So what is it, you know, like you just always had that natural gift, that talent?
I always did. I had to work on it to get better and work on my range and stuff like that over the years. But I definitely was born with the God-given talent, which I'm very grateful and humbled for, you know, humbled by. So yeah, I always knew I wanted to be a singer. I think I went through a phase where like I never wanted to be a ball player or anything like that. Like every kid wants to. I was really good at soccer, like European football, you know. So I was good at that. I played that for like 14, 16 years, something. I was like, and I was cold. Like I was getting requested by different teams that were like bigger teams and stuff. And my coach was actually a goalie coach I played keeper. So I would be diving in the corners and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm good. So like, it's called OTP. It's like right before you go pro. So like my coach put me in the OTP program and stuff, and his name was Sean. He was a goalie for the Minnesota Thunder. At the time, the MLS team. So a lot of people don't know that, but I'm cold at soccer, man. I'll penalty shoot out with you any day. You know what I'm saying,
bro? How do you feel about, you know, like when you was growing up, like did you was like, even though you could sing, you knew what you wanted to be, but did you have your sights set on becoming a professional as well?
Yeah, I always like, because I guess like I didn't know where to start. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think anybody, there's no blueprint, there's no like, you pay your tuition and here's your handbook kind of thing. Like, so music is something you got to figure it out unless you come up under Ray Daniels or one of these you know, big seasoned guys or like, you know, saying it's the kind of thing. So I just kind of started, I just got in a studio and God kind of guided me through and showed me the way, and I just stay prayed up and work hard, and things keep going bigger and bigger.
Absolutely,
you know?
Absolutely. Like myself, you are a military brat.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. My dad did 22 years Army.
Wow, thank you.
My mom did 7 years Army.
Nice.
And your dad did Navy.
Yeah, Navy, 37 years.
37. He was
bro,
that's what's up.
Shout out to my dad.
Shout out to him, man. That's
Love
what's up, man. That's
Rest in peace.
Up.
You know, he was a 06 captain.
Come on,
so we lived
bro.
in quarters on the base. You know what I'm saying? I remember the Navy band would come by every Sunday and around the Admiral's house and him, and I always we'd go out, sit out on the front porch, and I just remember those memories. They were so beautiful.
Wow.
It was cool, and I got to move around a lot. Nothing too cool like Germany or nothing but I'm saying we moved around the United States. I was born in Louisiana, moved to San Diego, California, La Mesa.
That's right.
Then we moved to Chicago, Great Lakes.
That's right.
Lived in Iowa for a minute. Went to Minneapolis. Settled there for a lot.
Wow.
So, and then I moved to Atlanta maybe 12 years ago. With my manager, Juice. You know,
That's
we just picked up and left.
That's what's up, man. Definitely, man. So growing up, you know, as myself, growing up, you know, military brat, you know, constantly moving.
Yeah, it's tough.
It is, bro. Like
I was
a lot
just
of people
talking to one of my homegirls about this.
People
earlier,
don't understand that, bro.
You're
Like
moving every 3-4 years, and you gotta leave everything you know behind and uproot. And as a kid, I think I'd struggle with some attachment issues almost to be 100. You know, because you miss you just okay, these people are gonna be here, and that can affect you mentally.
It does.
You know,
you start putting up a safeguard.
Yeah,
from people,
or just hey, they gone.
They gone.
Revolving door.
Absolutely,
whatever.
bro.
See ya. Not like I had to get over that because that kind of turned me into an asshole for a while. To be real, you know what I'm saying. So I just you gotta work on that and just whether you get therapy or whether you just like work it out yourself or pray, like whatever you need to do.
Real, bro.
You know what I'm saying. But I've worked through that, and that's something that's I don't think people talk about.
That's a fact, bro. And just even, of course, I did my research. I tried to link the two. You did mention at one point in your life you were not picked on, but like, was it because you were the new guy, or was it because you was trying to find the crowd, or
I think I wanted to
military?
fit in. I've never fit in my life with anybody, any place. Like when I walk in, people are looking at me, or maybe I look weird. I don't know, but I'm just saying I'm just playing. I don't really care.
Right.
But I'm like nowadays it's like I want the attention. Like come on, like not that kind of attention. But I'm saying like
shine.
Yeah, I welcome it because I have a duty, you know what I'm saying, as an artist and a person who God gave this gift and this purpose to. So, so I guess, I don't know. I mean, we were kids and I was trying to fit in. I didn't really know how to dress that good or do my hair or whatever people wanted. Like everybody was wearing like Abercrombie and Fitch or whatever. I went to a preppy school, and my parents were like real like, I guess old school, if you want to call it.
Gotcha.
And then they would take me to like J.C. Penney or T.J. Maxx and stuff. And shout out to those brands.
Real.
But they got me through school.
That's right.
But they give me $200 and hey, go and pick out all your clothes for the whole year.
Absolutely, bro.
I got like
days,
15
bro.
outfits,
Absolutely.
bro.
Yes, sir. Bro,
Yeah,
I remember those days, bro.
it.
That's real, bro.
I was
Absolutely.
trying to find anything that looked like
on, bro.
Abercrombie and
Absolutely.
Fitch, man. Like trying to find the bootleg polos and.
Look, I'll take it if I had one wish.
I'm trying to tell you.
Bro. That's real. Bro, you actually have Honduras and Spain origins.
Yeah,
Come on, man, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Definitely, bro.
That's
definitely.
where my original family was from. I was adopted. A lot of people don't know that. So I that's where the original family was from, Honduras.
Gotcha.
And then the father, he was from Spain.
Gotcha.
He was in like the military as well,
Okay.
actually.
Wow.
So maybe like, I guess to go back to your question about what I wanted to do or what I thought I saw myself doing is, I think as a young man, like we all want to be like our dad.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I think that's a thing. So like I wanted to be in the Navy too. And then I hung around, he brought me around the office because he did what's it called? Like reserves and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Like after
absolutely.
was getting close to retirement.
Right,
I guess,
sure.
they would stay on the base more so.
Yep, he was laying. Didn't go on sea at all.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He did a lot. He did like Beirut and he started as I think electrician, he told me.
Okay.
When I asked him once in a while, I wish I asked more because it would be cool to know that stuff.
Understand.
But he was a man of stature. He didn't really talk about nothing.
Gotcha.
That's one thing. I love to talk. I ain't gonna lie.
Gotcha. Yeah. Is that?
But
is
he don't say nothing. I was like, so He's like, well, like type thing, and that's the thing.
Was that because of his leadership?
I think so.
As
He
an
was
officer,
a leader.
so he had,
Didn't say shit.
Go ahead, bro. Wise man what said nothing at all. Like in the sense of no. I listen more than that, but that's real, bro.
right.
Definitely. So how was that, like growing up in that militant family, like in the, like, was it strict in the household where, and I didn't ask you about siblings. Yeah, absolutely. What about siblings?
I remember that 2x4. I got spanked.
Come on, bro.
I mean, I'm talking about grounded. I was grounded every other week.
Bro,
look, I was out there mowing the lawn.
Come on, bro.
They put me to work, man. Hey, go
bro.
pick rocks. I had to go on and I love my parents, but man, they definitely they were very strict.
Was it just you, brothers and sisters?
My sister too. We were both adopted together.
Okay.
Nubia, that's my sister.
How far apart are y'all in age?
She's 13 months older than I am.
Okay, gotcha. So y'all close. Y'all grew up together.
She's in the military too.
Come on, that's what's up.
I think she's probably been in like 15 years now.
Gotcha. Come on, man. So she got to do that 20. She got to go get that 20.
Oh yeah.
Got to get that 20.
Man, she done did I think 3 or like correct me. Sorry if I'm wrong. I love you, but like I think I've done. Or I think she's done. Right. I think she's done like 3, maybe 4 too. I know she did Kuwait, Afghanistan, and then I think she did another one. So at least 3.
Yeah, so she's definitely not going back. She's short side now for sure.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I just imagine seeing all that. Like I just can't imagine even the stuff in the Middle East. I just pray for everybody in this world because it's crazy out here, and I know a lot of veterans. Shout out to all the veterans, of course, but like, you like these guys go through so much in the military, and I think it's very underrated because like it's mental anguish, and they just go through it to sacrifice for our country. So I have like coming from the background, I really, really extra have respect for the military for sure. So
and
shout out to anybody in our troop.
Yeah, I served 5 years Coast Guard.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, I sure did.
Okay.
So, in the Navy, your dad, that speaks volume to me. That we serve the same mission.
Nice.
We fall under
Thank
the
you.
Navy. You know what I mean? So, definitely, bro, definitely.
Cool.
So, what about after high school? What was your plans after high school? Or was it college? Did they push you for college?
Just wanted to like chase girls and be in love and all this crap.
Real.
No, I mean, like when I was, so May 2006, I was finishing up a high school or whatever.
Gotcha.
And I met a producer by the name of Ricky Dixon. Shout out to him.
Gotcha.
He put me in the studio for the first time. I always wanted to go to the studio and stuff, but I never quite got there. And when I got money, I wanted to like go buy shirts and stuff, like the ones I wanted, they're cologne or whatever. So like, but I never invested into it. That's a big thing. You got to invest in yourself.
That's a
right?
fact.
But
when you
was a kid,
you graduated high school in what state?
I didn't graduate high school.
Okay,
Actually, a lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
But it was in Minneapolis. where I went to school.
Okay, gotcha.
I went to I went to a high school there, and then I left that high school about halfway through.
Okay.
Like I think I was like in a sophomore, like mid sophomore year, and then I went to like a performing arts school.
Okay, gotcha.
And that was real cool. You had to audition to get in there,
Absolutely.
and there was all these pretty girls from all over the country that could sing and dance and stuff.
Wow.
I was like, dang, I need one of them.
Yeah.
Like I could make one of them my backup dancers
That's
to
a
take them on
fact.
tour.
That's a fact, bro. And when you was in high school, like were you the kid in high school that lunchtime, wherever it was, you were singing?
Hell yeah, man.
Come
Yeah.
on, bro.
No, I'm not. Listen, man. I literally like my boys like that. We played soccer together and we were on the team, and then like we made friends with other schools and stuff. Like I started hanging out with people from other schools because like they didn't know me at that school, like because I wasn't the pop. But over there, they loved me at different schools. It was crazy. Like I was cool because I sang. So like I would hang out with like the in crowd from different schools or whatever, and like. And I remember going to like Mall of America. It's the biggest mall in the United States, the mega mall. And we would go walk like behind a group of girls, like no creep stuff.
Right.
We would walk behind a group of like cuties or whatever at the time, and they'd be like, "Yo, sing," and I would be like, I'll sing some Boys to Men or Usher, Chris Brown, something.
Wow.
And I'll go sing, and then they would turn around. They'd be like, "Ooh," and then we would swoop in.
Just like yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That's
So
real,
like that
bro.
was fun. I remember that. And then like we always took them to Hooters.
Gotcha.
There was a
Classic.
Hooters there, and then I would hit on the Hooter girl right in front of the girl I just picked up. It was amazing.
So you
Such a great guy.
right. So you always had this, the gift of gab. You always had it.
I always
Bro,
had
like
it.
so that translation even into your lyrics, bro. Like you
I haven't
how to
always been the best songwriter
Gotcha,
though.
really?
Shout out to Juice, man. He told me one time he had a studio at the University of Minnesota and the tech building in the basement. So after the classes let out, we would go link up at like 3:30, whatever, after the college let out and there was no classes.
Right.
We would bang it out like the music, you know what I'm saying, in the studio pause. But but yeah, pause. But yeah, so we would get in there and we'd be in the studio until 3-4 in the morning, like 10-12 hours or whatever, and just work on my craft. And he showed me the importance of working on the craft and just trying to be the best I can be.
Absolutely.
Because that's all you got is your craft.
Come on,
you
bro.
can't. People go out here and chase the wrong things. Women, they chase drugs, they chase alcohol, they chase the wrong things, and all that matters is your music.
That's
you
right,
know, you
bro.
got to work on that, because once you get that down pat,
Absolutely.
everything else is gonna fall in line.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And you take the whole craft, the music, the engineering,
writing.
the
Yeah,
writing.
everything. I do it
Bro,
all because
you
I'm
are
like
an artist, bro. Like
They have to be, and I think I was taught the process. I didn't figure that out myself. I always knew eventually I'd have to figure it out, because I used to get screwed over all the time in the studio, and like I wouldn't be able to get my files or
Gotcha.
some BS with the engineer. Or
Absolutely.
I remember I was in this group. There was this one dude in one of my boy band or whatever. He used to mix my music really low.
Gotcha.
And then he would put himself on top with hella auto-tune. Dude couldn't sing to save his life.
Gotcha.
But you know what I'm saying? But then like it would humbly, man, ain't no beef. I'm just
Right.
saying that's
No,
the
you
truth.
being
And you know
honest.
that
Absolutely.
shit. But I'm saying, you know what I mean? Straight
Absolutely.
up. But but like, so that's the moment where I was like, you know what? And so I'm gonna either get mad or I'm gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and figure out how to do this on my own.
Absolutely.
And then I became a solo artist. I moved to Atlanta and I risked everything. Came down here with a dirty hamper, like, 'cause I didn't even wash the clothes before I left.
Come on, bro.
And like a little book bag of some stuff, like my little studio stuff I had and what I had on my back. And then I came down here. I didn't even have I don't think my license was valid at the time. I had no insurance and no tag on my car, bro. I risked it all.
Come on,
and I
bro.
drove all the way from Minneapolis, 17 hours, all the way down to Atlanta And I made it by the grace of God. I made it, and so we set up shop, and I think we first moved to Lithonia.
Come on.
We came here, which is so far away from the city.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
we use a whole tank of gas a day where we would go back and forth because all the studios are, Howell
Absolutely.
Mill
That's right.
or
That's
whatever,
right.
like
Absolutely.
Midtown, downtown,
Absolutely.
all the
That's
Buckhead
right.
or whatever. So so I remember just moving there, and we worked with a lot of people that were up and coming, like Jacquees, Vito the singer. Shout out to Vito.
That's what's
you know what I'm saying? A lot of people like the Charlie Boy Gang, Beef It Up.
Absolutely.
So like shout out to a lot of these
Scott
artists that are
That's right.
That's my song.
That's-
That song
bro,
ain't
that's
never
a-
gonna get old.
Bro,
Never.
Classic.
Yep. That's one of them
Classic.
ATL songs. That's why I moved to Atlanta, honestly, because I really love like the culture of like the snap movement, the dances,
Absolutely.
and like how it was like cool. Like
can
everybody, like Atlanta set the way for being fly, for being cool, like being that shit. So
Absolutely.
like I saw that from afar when I was in Minnesota. And I'm like, man, everybody in the club when I was like,
Bro,
went to the 16 plus party, you know what I'm saying, and tipped the bouncers. I could drink in there and all that shit.
right,
When I was
that's
there.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You know how you do, but then I seen everybody doing like they were dancing to and like Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. They were doing a like Jay Holiday came out and like all these great artists and stuff. And I just remember watching them and being like, I want to feel what that feels like, And I'm just watching all these people in the clubs like at 16 and like I'm like, man, I wonder what that feels like. And then as I got older, I'm like, man, I just need to go to Atlanta. This seems like a mecca.
Wow.
I just knew I was called to come here. Like something told me to come here, and I said it's either LA or Atlanta. I said there's all these white boys with like perfect hair. I'm Latin, you know what I'm saying? But and I'm like, man, you see my shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But I said okay, or I could come down to Atlanta and I'm gonna have to sing because not being from the urban demographic myself, I know cats are gonna be hard on you. So I said, I'm going to make sure that I can sing my freaking ass off.
Absolutely.
And I worked at it, you know what I'm saying, for I've been doing it 19 years now, but I that was about 10 or 12 years ago, and I got me a vocal coach, Mama Jan. She trains Usher, Bieber, Gabe Lustman, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Mama Jan. Love you.
So you're not just doing this. You're like, this is who you are.
I'm not doing this, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro.
so that's the thing. Like, one thing Mama Jan always tells me is you're a vocal athlete. I asked her one day, I said, so, do you think that I really need to, like, because I can sing? And she said, does LeBron need a coach? She said, LeBron's the greatest basketball player of our time right now. And, and he still has a coach. He got to work on that jump shot every day. He got to do this. He got coaches and the whole staff. And he's like, what make you special? And I'm like, ooh. It's like she be coming with them gems.
That's a bar, bro.
For
like
real. Yeah. So I'm like, I'll never forget that. So I'm a vocal athlete. I work at it every day. I do my I don't do them every day, but I try to do it every day, 5 days a week. Make sure like I'm working it like a job so it can pay me like a career. You know what I'm saying? So I'll go to the park. I'll go hike Stone Mountain or whatever, or go on the treadmill or whatever, and I'll have my headphones in playing the 90 news, like my warm-ups and stuff.
Right.
And I'll do that while I'm walking or while I'm doing cardio, so I build my lungs and stuff
Absolutely.
like that. So like there's certain things that I do to do that. I got vocal nebulizer, so like it steams, so it helps soothe that. I drink a lot of water. Wow. Like there's certain things to be able to to keep it.
Absolutely. The
If
athlete
you don't practice it, you're gonna lose it.
That's right.
I remember I played violin back in school, and like of course I got made fun of. It wasn't cool to play violin.
Gotcha.
Man, imagine if I made like some Italian dinner right now with a nice bottle of wine, pulled out a violin, panties coming straight off. You know what I'm saying? Man,
a fact, bro.
What I would give to be able to. I picked it up the other day, man, and
but it's never too late though. It's
too late. But I picked that thing up. I said, and I'm like, yeah, I can't play this shit no more, bro. I'm like, this shit over with.
Said, no, it's too
And
late.
I'm watching like great violinists independently. Like there's a girl named Joy Glass. Shout out to her.
Gotcha.
Like we've been in the studio a few times, and she did stuff for like Mulatto on like the Tiny Desk and stuff. So a good friend of mine. We locked in, and she like I watch her play so gracefully, and I'm like, man, I want to go try. I went to Guitar Center, pulled that thing up off the. And I put it in. I was like, "How did where I put this again?"
What shoulder do?
Bro, it was
That's
crazy.
real,
It was like
bro.
mad cringe.
Wow. What's your favorite part of the journey of Is it the creative? You like first of all for your fans, for your new fans watching, when do you like to write your music? Morning, afternoon, evening, night? When do you like to write?
I don't have a choice. Like, it tells me when to write.
Wow.
So I'm like, I guess just whenever inspiration calls. I mean, I typically find myself in the studio, you know, at nighttime or in the afternoon going into nighttime. You know, sometimes I'll be in there all night. Sometimes I'll get up at 6 a.m. and be like, okay, I know the salon next door ain't here. I'm gonna bang out.
That's right.
You know, because I got my little recording studio, or whatever, in Atlanta. So
big recording studio.
Yeah, big shit. You know,
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it just depends. Whenever I'm inspired, because inspiration doesn't have a time or a clock.
That's real,
you know?
bro. Yeah. Real. You're writing. You know, Jay-Z said, you know, I'm not a biter. I'm a writer for myself and others. I say a big verse. I'm only bigging up my brother. You write for other artists.
I do.
What is, you know, like, how do you, you know, reverse engineer to kind of fit into the mold of these artists when you're in a session with them? How do you kind of think from their pen or their thought process? Do you have to get to know them, or?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think you got to get to know the person you're working with, because if I force a record on, like, say I write for women too. So if I'm with a woman and she's, I give her a breakup, or I give her a party song, for instance, like she's in the club, she's turned with her girls and all that, whatever. Then that's the vibe for that record. And then she just broke up with her man or something, or she fighting. She not going to be in that headspace to deliver, you know, of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So like, you got to, hey, how you doing? How you feeling today? What are you feeling like? And what are you going through? Is there anything you want to talk about?
Definitely.
Like, I'm not just going to, you know what I mean? Now, if they pay me to do that and say, hey, yo, this is just give me something fire, then I'm matching your energy. So like, that's kind of like, I just kind of do that. I mean, and I could do anything, because I'm a chameleon. So
I know,
like, if I'm feeling depressed, I'm gonna find a way to make a party song. Like, I'll make myself be whatever I need to be for that song. I went in the studio happy as hell and made 5 breakup songs and felt like I was like dying. I lost the love of my life and almost a tear.
Real, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. I'm one with my art like that. So I can, but not everybody can do that. So it's like, I just kind of mold for whatever is needed at the time.
Are you gonna, you know, you're in Atlanta, bro. This is the Hollywood of the East.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get into the acting?
I've done some reality TV.
You have yes, you have. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how do you consider that as far as on the acting scale? Like, is it kind of, you know, we know it's scripted.
Oh man, yeah. Don't get me started.
Okay, we'll be right back. But yeah, but it is like, you know, you have to put on that acting game.
Yeah. Gotcha. You know, as I get more into it and stuff, there's an art to like not getting got by the reality script.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To put it in the best way.
Gotcha.
Without giving it away, in case the producers are watching.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So you just they can only edit what you give them. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's the main thing. But I mean, I enjoy being on camera. It's fun. I feel like I come alive when the attention's on me, and I love it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? In moderation, of course.
That's right.
Sometimes I just like to be alone.
But you built for it.
But I'm built for
bro.
it. Yeah, I think everything that I went through in high school, and you know, just like the struggles, everything like that, built me to be this machine I am now. And you can't tell me nothing. I'm a hard worker. Believe in God. I'm a good person, and I believe so strongly in my vision and where I'm going that nobody can tell me I can't.
Absolutely.
Like, you can tell me no, but you can't tell me I can't.
That's real, bro.
You know what I mean?
Who is Gabe Lustman when no one's watching? Is he the same guy?
I'm the same guy, but just a lot less. I'm more chill.
Gotcha. Okay.
I be turned up around everybody.
Gotcha.
Energy, like this energy ball, you know?
Right.
And people like that, some people hate me for it and think I'm too much. Like, either way, you can feel in any type of way. I don't
Gotcha.
really, you know,
right.
It's whatever.
You're not supposed to.
I'm just here to entertain. Y'all can watch or look the other way. You know, that's kind of like respectfully.
Absolutely.
But you know, but when no one's watching, I'm actually very like an introvert, kind of like I stick to myself. But I'm like, when the lights are like, I love talking. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love to. I'll talk all day. You know what I'm saying? But
when the lights are on,
yeah. But when they off and everything's shut down, powered down and stuff, man, I just like to maybe watch some Netflix and chill. I'll be by myself, you know, or I'll cook, grill. You know what I'm saying?
Carbonero Effect.
Carbonero Effect. Yeah. Shout out to Michael Carbonero. Yeah.
I heard you say that was one of your favorite. That's one of my favorite. Bro,
yeah,
the Carbonero Effect was one of my favorite shows.
Yeah,
I heard you say.
I watched it, and then I end up on it, and it was like a humbug.
Wait a minute. I didn't know you.
I was on it. I was on the show. You didn't know? No, you didn't know.
I didn't, bro. I heard you say no. I heard you say that was one of your favorite shows.
Yeah.
I didn't know you was on it.
I was on the show. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, that's one of my favorite.
Me too.
That was one of my.
It's funny as
bro,
shit.
The most witty, dry humor way of presenting magic, bro. Like, okay.
Oh yeah, he's dope.
What episode was this and how was it?
I think it was season 3. I think it was episode 15 or 16. If I'm wrong, I don't know. It's on my IMDb, but I forgot exactly. But it was called Dead Man Walking. Gotcha. Was the name of the. It was season 3. So basically, I went to a Masonic lodge, and don't ask, but I was there, and I was helping set up for a banquet, right? So I'm setting up for the dinners for the men, and stuff. And I'm setting, doing the tables, and I needed a little bit extra dollars. So a friend was like, hey, you can make $100. Right, come on. Right. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay.
Absolutely.
So it was like 7 years ago. I needed the bread. I still needs the money.
On, absolutely.
But then,
absolutely.
So I'm going in there and setting the plates and all this banquet stuff. I do this all the time. Never did it in my life. But I go ahead and do it. And then they pull me and say, hey, I need your help in this other room. Somebody canceled, and we need this done as priority. You're doing a great job. By that time, I already got the executive producer of the show's number. Right. Because I'm like, I want to do this again sometime, bro. Didn't know it was a set. Right.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So
because
I network, I'm gonna get another 100 out you.
Absolutely. It was easy work.
Yeah, I do this 5 times. That's 500.
Right. Absolutely.
Right. So
what?
Yeah. So I was so basically. So I went to the other room. I go open the door, and there's a freaking casket in there. There's a casket, like a whole casket, right? And then he's like, oh, they messed up the flowers. Oh my gosh. And he's like, the body's gonna be here in like 30 minutes.
Bro, stop.
And I'm like, the body? I'm like, wait. So what did you want me to do in here? He's like, well, put this on. He puts on this big. It was called the elk lodge. So they put this thing. It was like about this thick,
right,
of a apron on. It was this heavy elk skin, it was so weird. And I put it on. So I go and I put it on. He says, hey, can you there's a stack of plates. He's like, we got these from the attic. They've been up there for 5 years. Right. He's like, can you at least just wipe the dust off of them so when the guests eat? I was like, sure. I got you. Let me hurry up and get this done before the body gets here. Right. So I'm sitting there restacking plates and shit. Wow. And then he's like, I'll be right back. They messed up the flowers, so I need to go get a whole different florals. Oh my gosh, So he grabs the stuff. And he's like, and then he walks out. Then that's when another gentleman comes in, and he's in a suit. The guy walks in. He's old as.
But you're the main
shit.
guy being pranked.
Yeah, exactly,
bro. That's crazy.
So I'm standing there, and this old white guy walks in. And I'm talking about the guy looks so old, and they did such a good job on his makeup. He the set makeup and stuff. He looked like he was dead. I can't explain it, but you ever seen somebody like an open casket funeral?
Absolutely.
And they're dead. Like he looked dead, and he walked in and he looked at me and was like very eerie. It was so creepy. And he walked in, and I'm sitting there stacking these plates. It's like this. It gets weirder and weirder. So then I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Gabe. Just try to be cool. And then he walks by. He looked at my hand and kept walking. And I was like, what, bro? What the? And I'm like, this guy rude as shit. Okay, whatever. And then so I get back to doing what I'm doing. And then he goes, oh, you know when the food's gonna be here? And then I was like, I don't know, bro. I was rude as shit. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? Because he was dick first. Wow. But anyways, shout out to him. He's a really great guy. But I'll finish the story. So I'm wiping the plates, and then he's like, and I said, I don't know why people eat at a wake. I was like, I know I wouldn't be able to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess they had a buffet right next to the casket. I'm like, this is really weird. And it didn't I didn't put 2 and 2 together at all, bro. I'm like, wow, I was just trying to maintain professionalism and shit. So
that is crazy.
So I was there, and all of a sudden, long story long, he goes and gets in the casket, shuts the casket, and then I turn around, I'm like, what is this dude doing? And I'm not trying to snitch on him, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to go be like, hey man, this guy. No, I didn't do none of that. I just played it G, and I dealt with it, and I'm like, if this guy pop out, I'm about to start praying at this point. It was like
what?
I was getting scared. Bro, I'm not scared of a lot, but spiritual shit I don't play with. You
Absolutely.
know? So I was like, this is really weird. So then Michael Carbonero walks back in. He's like, hey, how's everything going in here? Of course. And I'm like, oh, it's good. But this dude just came in here And he got in. He opened the casket. He shut it, and he got in there. And I was like, I think he's in there right now.
Wow,
and then
bro.
he's like, that's not funny. We shouldn't joke about it. I was like, I lost my father. I don't play about death and stuff like. And then I was like, go look. Let's go. So he's like, all right, we'll look. So we go over there. He opens the casket, and there's nothing in there. And I said, oh, shit. And I was like, bro, we got to get out of this room, my dude. Like, I was freaking out. I was freaking out.
No way,
I was freaking out. I was freaking the hell out. And I thought there was some shit going on, some paranormal activities going on.
Absolutely.
And then all of a sudden, he looks down, and there's like this picture of a journeyman from like one of the Masons. And then he's on the picture, and it looks like an old photo, black and white, of course, from like the 60s, whatever. He's like, this is. I was like, that's the guy who I just saw. I was wigging out,
playing, bro. I
was tripping.
I have to find the episode.
I'm gonna send you the link. I'm about to have to.
Please, bro. That I used to watch that religiously. I had no idea you was on it. I just heard you say you like to. I thought I heard you say you like to watch it, or that is crazy.
Yeah. That's the whole story. I never said the whole story. I tell my friends, but that's how. And then at the end, he's like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. That's him. He's like, really? He's like, are you sure? Like he's so good at what he does.
He's really good.
Yeah,
really
like,
good.
You had me freaking fooled. So like then out of nowhere, because they had like all the different guys like of the lodge or whatever, all the the men.
Right.
So and then he had like an invisible string he told me about, like that's how he got it off the wall. But there was a thing, and then the thing popped off the wall, and then it fell off the wall and shattered. And then it was another picture of him, and I said, "Oh shit, bro!" I said, "That's when I started like, yo, we got to get out of this room."
Crazy.
And then he goes, "Have you ever heard of the Carbonero Effect?" And then I was like, what is that? Like,
right?
Because I was like, I was kind of shocked. Like I was like, what's going on? And then I said, are you real? And I grabbed his hand. I said, that is the craziest, bro. That's the craziest I've ever looked on any show, dude. Like, and I was like, he told me
this was in what state?
It was in Tucker.
Wow.
And ironically, like a year or two later, I opened a studio like right down the street from there.
Where it was.
Right.
That is crazy.
So crazy, man. Crazy.
Well, shout out to that, bro. I had no idea. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was fun. It's a fun story. It's good. It's good table banter. You know?
It is, bro. That's real. That's real.
It's funny as shit.
But just even with that, they didn't even have to. Did you have to sign off on it?
I did.
Okay,
I did.
Gotcha.
They filmed the same thing 3 times with 3 different people.
Okay,
and then they grabbed whoever one was the funniest.
The best.
And I was clearly the most gullible out of the group.
Crazy.
So he kept mine. He's like, "This is amazing, man."
Wow.
And I just knew right there. I was like, "Holy shit!" I was just on TV. And then he takes me to the side and gives me this, the release to do the paperwork and stuff.
That's right.
And I was like, am I gonna get some back end on this shit?
I know that's right. Absolutely.
I know this shit gonna go.
Absolutely.
That's
crazy.
They're like, boop, boop, boop. And then, so we signed the paperwork and bada bing, bada boom. It came out and man, they played it so many times. I'm talking about probably, I think I saw it 30, 40 times over like 3 years. I think they still play it on rerun like late at night, sometimes here and there on, I think that was on True TV.
Gotcha.
So, but man, people stopped me in the mall and asked me about it. Another quick thing that's really funny, and I'll stop it.
You good.
Like I said,
No, you good.
I'm not stopping.
This is crazy.
But so I had a Challenger, and I bought it a buy here, pay here. So
gotcha.
I had to go put down 6 bands like with the bad credit at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Buy here, pay here for sure.
For real, bro. They got my ass. But I love that Challenger. I don't have it no more. But so the transmission went out in like 30 days, bro. Because people be beating the hell out of them Challengers and Mustangs, hot rodding with the girls and shit. So like that's when the guy's like, "Oh, it's as is," and I'm like, "You asshole!" It was like literally 3 weeks, damn near.
Stop playing.
And then so I took it to Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Hayes. It was in Lawrenceville. So shout out to Smitty out there. He took care of me. But so I went out there to have it looked at, and it was under a powertrain warranty, but there was a piece on top of the transmission, so I couldn't get it covered under warranty. But his boss comes out, the general manager of the whole building. He says, "Hey," of the dealership. He says, he's like, "Hey, were you were you the guy from the Carbonero Effect?" And I was like, "The one with the casket?" He goes, "Yeah." He's like, "My wife loves that show."
Playing, bro.
Yeah. Then
that is crazy.
Long story long. he's like, man, tell me all I got this. Tell me. And then he may take me to his office.
That's
we sit
hard,
down and
bro.
talk for an hour. I think I left my girlfriend in the car at the time, and I was like texting her, baby, I'll be
We'll
right
be right
there.
out, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
crazy.
And then so we're sitting there, and I tell him the whole story, and we're just shooting the shit and drinking our water. He's like, you wanted it? So we just sitting there shooting the shit, and then he's like, you know what? It's not covered on your warranty, but I'm gonna take care of it for
Come on,
you.
bro. I love it.
And he rotated my tires and gave me a free oil change. Look at God. And I'm like, man, this like, see, like the struggle can be fucked up.
Absolutely.
Excuse my French, but like on the other side, there's blessings in ways you never can imagine. You just gotta stay down and keep the faith.
You do. That's a fact. That's
you never know.
Bro.
I never would have guessed. Like, you know, just imagine if I quit doing music or quit trying to do something, I would never have gotten that position. I would have had a faulty thing and been screwed.
Absolutely.
You just like, I didn't think of that. Who could put that together? Only one person.
That's a fact, bro. Real.
So, it's crazy. Yeah.
Gabe, fill in the blank for your fans. Call me anything but
late for lunch. Yeah, man, I love food, man. I love food.
All right, bro. All right, so we're gonna get into your main dish. What is first to get into fast food?
Oh.
If you had to eat only one fast food the rest of your life, can't deviate, can't go anywhere else. This one place, where would you go?
McDonald's.
Real.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving
Bring
it.
the endorsements on. I love McDonald's.
What's your favorite from McDonald's?
That $5 bag. What you mean? That's the struggle meal right there. You know what I'm saying? You down to your last $20. But look.
What don't you get on your burger?
Here's a cheat code for anybody who wants to know.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Put us on.
I encourage y'all to be healthy. That's number one. So by healthy, I mean no pickles, no mustard. Okay. So, and the thing is, if I guess that I don't know if this is true, but a friend that worked there one time told me, this was a long time ago, don't quote me, but if you actually take off the pickle or you make a modification, then they have to make everything fresh.
Wow.
So like, that's how you get it. Be like, no pickle. It'd be like, oh, this
So
guy.
now you got it. Yeah.
Now they have to go actually do. And then that's how you do it. So I always do that. And then I always add cheese to my McChicken.
I've never done that.
Try it. It'll change your life.
Stop. I always get extra mayo, but you said add cheese.
Extra mayo. That's dripping already. I might have to go to McDonald's when I leave here.
I might have to as well. Try with the cheese though. Or McChicken with cheese.
McChicken with chease.
Wow,
yes,
bro.
It don't even got to be melted. Something about the
Just
cheese
something about the
on there.
cheese.
It's something about the cheese.
Man. Sponsored McDonald's is real. Bro.
Yeah, shout out to McDonald's.
Something about the cheese. Right?
Something about the cheese.
That's real, bro. Bro. All right, we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. That's real, bro. Real. Let me ask you this, man. Like, so you moved to Atlanta. What challenges have you faced so far as you're making your name in the industry?
I think some of the biggest challenges I've been facing while breaking in the industry would be, I would say like networking, like trying to because when I came here, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know how to like meet friends because I didn't know the social circles where people hang out and stuff. Like I went on Tinder to try to meet some girls, and I just remember like meeting like the craziest, hellish, crazy girls. Like just drunks and just like wild drug abusers and stuff. I was like, it was so fucked up. So I'm like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. So like what I started doing is I found my way. My manager Juice at the time told me to he's like, go on Craigslist, go on modelmayhem.com,
okay,
go on these different platforms, Facebook groups, find out where you can get some work.
That's right.
And you can like even go do free photo shoots, just get in.
That's
right. Just do something. So like I was doing free shit. And like I think my first photo shoot I did was for Nissan. I got myself through Craigslist. I found like they were looking for somebody for like $100 for Nissan, a dealership. I think it was like, Roswell or something.
Right. Yeah.
And I went out there for $100 and I did a photo shoot for the new GTR at the time. It was like $100,000 for the car. It was like nice ass car.
Come on, bro.
And I modeled like their apparel because like, like Ferrari gives you clothes.
That's right.
When you buy their car. So like they give you the little zip up or whatever and stuff.
You're looking at this like I'm building my brand.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Come on, bro.
And I got paid. Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is cool.
Why are you not afraid to like, where do you get that from? You're not afraid to like take on any measure. You have this confidence about you.
Well, if you want it bad enough, if you don't do it, someone else will. And I think the fear of like missing out on an opportunity, not everything is that glitters is gold, obviously. And I'm not desperate, but I'm saying like I don't move that way. But I say like I'm hungry, you know. So like if I don't do it, then I know the next person's gonna do it. So you got to submit fast. You got to respond fast. Like I check my email like every hour of the day as much as possible, so I don't miss something.
Right.
So I remember when I was on Revolt TV, there was a contest online that they did for the Revolt Summit in 2020. That's when I met Neo, Diddy, you know, no Diddy. Respect, you know.
Respect.
Yeah. So, but so like I went on Revolt and I met Teddy Riley and like DJ Cassidy, O'Neal McKnight, Andre Harrell.
Come on,
classic, rest in peace.
Classic.
So I got to sing for them, and I was so nervous, man. I was like, the Andre Harrell aura was crazy. Like,
was it? Is it like,
man? I was shaking. Like it was like
just because you know what he is.
Yeah,
who he is.
I was
he's tied
so
to
nervous, dude. Like it was crazy. And I just asked him, like I said, before I leave this room, I wanted to ask you something if you got a minute. And he's like, sure, what's up? Because he was just sitting there while I was singing like this.
Really?
Like real executive
American
shit.
Idol. Yeah,
your type
right,
shit.
right.
Yeah, bro. Like it was
Simon type shit. Like
bigger than that.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but like that man was great. He gave me a gem. He said, "Man, I've seen people come from nothing." I said, "Can you give me a word of wisdom?" You know, as an artist trying to come up. You know, and then he told me. He said, "So like, there's a lot of people that I've seen that I've molded into superstars, and I've done. You know." And then he said, "Just always remember that your music is a tool to manifest." You know what I'm saying? So I've seen people with nothing rap about girls, cars, jewelry, and have nothing.
Wow.
And then they will rap about stuff and then they will attain it. Like, it's like, so always remember your music is magic. It's a tool to use to manifest. And I'm like, so I tried it out. I actually did try that, like specifically on purpose. And I made a song called 10,000. I never put it out, but I did a song called 10,000. And like, I think 6 months after I made this song, I got in a car accident. And my settlement was like 10,400 or some shit like that.
Wow.
And it was like, whoa, this shit is real.
Wow, bro.
So like, the music is like spells. It's like you should do good with it. But it's a powerful thing. Like just
Absolutely.
like your tongue when you speak things.
That's a fact, bro.
It's very like I've literally like said stuff and it happened. You know.
I've been hearing that on this podcast as well. Just manifestation, how certain things happen.
Yeah.
The good and the bad, just by the tongue.
Exactly.
That's so true, bro. Yeah. So true. What do you rate your grind? Scale 1 through 10, currently 2025.
100, 1,000, a milli, a billy.
Real, bro.
Another one.
Come on,
Yeah.
another one. Yeah. What is it? What drives you?
Just knowing that I have so much further to get, and that's a lot easier than turning back around and going back to where I came from. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather finish the journey. There's no stop. I'm never going to be at the finish line until I die, until I'm done and dead and gone. But because I'm never going to stop anything ever. But you know, I don't want to go back to my old life.
Come on.
And when your mind is stretched to new dimensions, you can't go back to your old ways. You know,
absolutely,
because you're bored. You outgrew people. You're not used to doing the same things that you once found pleasure in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of mind fuck, but. You know, I'm just obsessed with music. Like, I mean, I love it so much.
That's a good thing. Are you enjoying the journey?
I am now. It took me a long time to get to this place because, you know, if you let it overtake you and you just want to get to the finish line, and you like, because I'm a right now person. I need that instant gratification. I need the song. Like, I enjoy the process of creating a song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as like, as soon as it's done, I want it on the radio. I want that shit.
Absolutely.
Like, and I will literally make a song, do the graphic, mix, master it, have it on my DSPs, you know what I'm saying, on the iTunes and all that stuff, Spotify, Pandora, Sirius XM.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
iHeart in there.
Yeah, iHeart Media, shout out to iHeart, Cumulus, all them.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying?
That's right, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, and I'll literally do that and then have it out a week later and then have a music video planned, go to Puerto Rico, shoot a video, and then have it on the radio and like within 2 weeks from creating the song. Like I move so quick because nobody can move like that. Like unless you, unless you're like a label.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, but you move like a label. You move like a label.
I do. Cause like I just got tired of like waiting for people to find me and help me and shit. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I just do everything myself? I got my studio. I got a cameraman's team. I got like 3 or 4 of them. So if one crap out on me, then I go call the next one.
Sure.
It's like having a roster of girls. You got these camera guys. You got different engineers or writers. If you're feeling like a writer block that day, you can go collaborate.
That's right. That's right.
You know, and then I got a stylist.
For sure.
You know, he hates when I wear all black and I wear these shiny pants or leather pants.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy
bro.
Marcus.
You're a
Taylor.
star, bro. You have to. That's real, bro.
But yeah, I mean, my closet's filled with all black. You know what I'm saying? I got millions of pants and shirts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the vibe. You know
What is making it to you? Like what, you know, because like with Gabe, bro, like you are, like you couldn't tell me you weren't signed. You can't tell me you're not signed. What is making it to you?
You know, I always used to think making it was making it. Like this big, ooh, you made it. But, you know, and that mentality comes from trying to prove something to others and trying to justify and get like congratulations and a pat on the back from other people. That's where that making it comes from. No artist woke up and said, I want to make it. Like there's people saying, oh, look, you know, when you make it, da da da. Like that's what in my mind, that's what I think. So like I think making it for me is finding peace doing what I'm doing and knowing that I'm already successful. You know what I'm saying? Because like you really are what you think. Like, so if you think you're a superstar and you're there, you are, and everything you attract is going to be that. Everything that you do is going to align with that mentality. But then if you like think I'm not there, then you're never going to get there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't focus on making it. I don't focus on none of that shit. I focus on what's my next move. What am I going to do? Because I everything I've done, like I put out what's the move. I was getting 200 radio spins a week. Shout out to Chris Whammy. You know what I'm saying? My team, my guy.
On, bro. What's the move is out of here, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that, like, man. That record People love it.
Crazy.
We got the t-shirts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got the t-shirts.
Yes, sir.
What's
Absolutely.
the move? $50 a piece.
Yes,
we got them in small to extra large.
That's
for my big people, you're going to have to add $5 for your big ass. So I can go get that biggie bag on the way to drop your shirt off in the mail. Or not the biggie bag, the $5 McDonald's bag. I cheat. I go to Wendy's sometimes too now. Look, they got them. They got them two bacon stack juniors or whatever.
Bro,
the baconadders, the baconadders.
Bacon stacks be hitting, bro. Some stacks be hitting, bro.
Man, but I'm telling you, after that, I'll be get the bubble guts, bro. I gotta go lay down. It's good though.
There's no move, right?
It's not the move.
That's real. So how did this record come about? How does this record come about?
So my guy Juice put me in the studio with a real talented guy by the name of Kavan. Shout out to Kavan.
That's what's up. Yeah,
he's a real talented artist, producer, songwriter, and we made the song together. I think we did like 2 songs. I think before that night, and this was I think it was the 3rd one. He came in, my manager come back and said, "Hey, I don't know about that, man. Come on, y'all tripping?" Like we're like, man, we killed the whole fucking high.
Gotcha.
Like motherfuckers are like, yeah, we got this shit. Man, hey, he come in, what you did?
Right.
Nah, man, y'all tripping. Like,
real, bro. Yeah.
Fuck. All right, so we was like, okay, well, let's try one more. And that was the one more.
Wow, come on,
so,
bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I went to New York on my press run in August, and I took it in front of Sirius XM. Shout out to S. Dodd and the programmers over there, and Ron at The Heat, you know what I'm saying, and all that they've been playing it and stuff. And then I went to Shade 45, did an interview at the Breakfast Club.
That's what's up, man. Come on, bro. How was that experience?
It was surreal because I know how many of my favorite artists have been in that seat. So to be there, it was like something. I'm like, man, I gotta do this again.
Come on,
I'm trying to go back there every song.
That's major.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It wasn't even just cool. It was like I felt like I'm doing it. Like I felt like I guess that's making it to me. It's not like if I win a Grammy, yeah, like you know what I'm saying. A lot of my friends got them and stuff, and I ask them, what does it feel like, and they say it's just a piece of plastic. Like at the end of the day, that doesn't define me. Like my fans define me. Like this, you know what I'm saying? And when I feel like when I'm writing and I come up with the craziest harmony stack, like that shit makes me feel like I made it
real,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Are you hard on yourself?
Hell yeah, man.
I ask this every time. All creators, like,
yeah, I'm my biggest fan, worst critic.
Do you stop and smell the roses often, or you can't right now?
I can't let up off the gas because I'm I have this clock in my head. That's like the hardest thing. Like, you're getting older. You doing this, you doing that. And those are like outside voices that tell me shit. And like, I try to block it out. You got to have these
Absolutely.
like, these blockers on and just go. You can't like listen to what people say. Like, people going to talk about your car. Oh, that's not the new Range Rover. That's not the new BMW.
That's right.
Or talk about you live in the hood, or you live in your house is nice, but I've seen a bigger one.
That's right.
Or this sounds good, but it's not as good as your last song. Like, you can't listen to that shit. You got to go and just work. You know who I listen to? The people who cut the fucking checks. Because if they're happy and the programmers, then all you got to do is sit back and listen with your opinion.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to play regardless.
Come on, bro.
That's the real thing. I'm just going to work, and that's it. And I don't mean to come off like an asshole or whatever, but that's just, you have to be hard like that in your mind, because if you're not, you're going to get ate up in this industry. Don't pause.
But
you're gonna and I came in so green, man. In 2006 I was like really green, and like I would cry over no's, and like American Idol told me no once when I went to an open call, which that's not even how people get on the Voice and stuff.
Gotcha.
They have private auditions, and that's how they pull people offline.
Gotcha.
They have like these different for all the people watching that's artists, this is a free cheat code right here. Like they have like even labels and stuff. They have this software that they'll go and it'll like extract a list of artists that have over 100,000 of views or this or whatever, and they pull people from like different indie charts and stuff like that, and then those are the people that get the private auditions and the inbox, the random inboxes and shit.
Wow.
It's never the people that go to the open calls.
That
that is for the cameras.
The cameras to
so
see.
you can market this shit to the masses.
Smart.
And then everybody's posting about it, right?
Smart.
So I thought going to open call, like, oh man, here's my shot. That's what they want you to think. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, bro, that's something. Mm-hmm. What's something you learned new about yourself in the last 12 months, the last year? What's something new?
The last 12 months, that I'm a type of person that needs to be on a regime, like a regimen. That's what it's
Gotcha.
called.
That's the military. That's the military family in you. That's real. Just
and
structure.
that's what I need that,
That's
because
real, bro.
I can divert. I can get really depressed. Like, I'd have to stay busy and continue to book stuff. Like, every week I got to do an interview, a podcast, or go like do a TV something. Like, every day I need to do one thing towards my music. Like, today I worked out.
That's a good thing, though, bro.
Yeah, today I worked out. Today I booked myself a show. I'm at the podcast now too.
That's what's up.
And I'm going to sell 3 T-shirts as soon
Just
as
right
I
up
leave
there.
here.
Come on, bro.
So
Real,
you know what I'm saying.
real.
So like, I feel like if you do little by little, sometimes it's not going to come all at once. More from what I've learned, you know, and what I've experienced. You do little by little each day, and then it adds into this momentum. And then as long as you keep the momentum going and wake up, you could take a day and sleep off a hangover, or you can freaking go take 2 or 3 days and go on vacation real quick, but you got to come back and log back in and get right back.
That's right. That's right.
Like, but my thing is like massages. I like to go get a massage.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like St. Regis, or I like Treat Your Feet is cool too. And I'll go there in Atlanta. Great places, and you know, I got in a car wreck, you know, and messed up my back. So yeah, so like I need to do that for me, and it's nice relaxation.
Absolutely, get away from everything.
And then I feel like I'm reset, like I'm good to go.
Do you listen to music while you're getting your massage and everything? Or you just let your
No, they usually play the spa music or whatever, and it's like, I think at St. Regis, it's like a real like mellow, cool, whatever, like. There's some prestige, little,
absolutely,
you know, whatever, some sirens singing, or
absolutely.
Whatever. But then, I think, at Treat Your Feet, I think it's like some Chinese girl singing "My Heart Will Go On" or some shit.
Yeah, gotcha, class.
Yeah, that shit fire though. I'm like, hey, that's real. I'll fall asleep. I'll start snoring.
Right.
Hey, look, I need to go get one right now.
That's real, bro. What's something you learned in the last 12 months about those around you, just people in general?
Oh man. What I learned in the last 12 months about people around me would be a lot of people don't have my best interest in mind, and they're out for themselves. So you can't pour from an empty cup. So I got to focus on me, and I just backed off of everybody. And you know, one blind man can't lead another blind man. So you got to go you got to focus on yourself. You got to be selfish. You have to, because if you don't, everybody's gonna pull all your resources and deplete you and then leave you high and dry.
Absolutely,
and then you're
bro.
gonna be there like, damn, I helped everybody, and like they don't even say thank you. You know, I done got this girl like I showed her the game on like, you know what I'm saying, on certain thing, and she even got $100,000, didn't give me a penny, which is her money, that's fine. You know, and I didn't even ask her.
You weren't even looking for it.
Wasn't looking for it, but a thank you.
Gesture.
A thank you, not even a thank you. So I'm like, you know, that's another thing. So it's like be recording people for free, doing this, giving free features, and oh, bro, I don't got it. But then they flexing in the strip club and shit.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
I see it all the time.
So
bro.
yeah, that's what I learned is stop being so nice to people and shit. Like I'll be nice to people, but like it's a freaking pool of sharks with artists and industry shit. It's like
my thing this last 12 months is stop. I don't overextend.
Hell no.
I stopped overextending.
None of that.
That's just real, bro. Real.
You got to focus on yourself. Like if you was going and trying to do all this running around and like a chicken with your head cut off, you wouldn't have this. All this beautiful,
absolutely.
you know,
respect.
Shit, so.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
What investments? What's some of the best investments you made in Gabe Lustman thus far?
I think $120 a week on my hair.
Come on, bro. That's real, bro.
I think that for sure. I think opening my own studio to be self-sufficient.
For sure. That's right.
And then that's definitely been huge. I think also investing in myself to go to New York and because the press run ain't free. You have to pay for it.
Absolutely, bro.
Thousands of dollars. So I paid for that, of course, with my own money. And that I actually didn't do it thinking I was gonna get famous or get signed or some shit. Like I did that because I know the game. You put the visuals out, show people you working, you're gonna attract more.
That's a fact.
I've made that money back times 3.
Come on, bro. I love
you know what I'm saying? That I spent.
Absolutely.
Like whether it came from features or whether it came from studio clients, whether it came from you know, people asking me how I did it and then reselling the game because it's to be sold, not told.
Absolutely.
You know,
that's right.
It got my hustle up and it motivated me I went to the VMA block party.
Come on, bro.
Man, I experienced New York. I had the New York Slice in Times Square. I had a billboard in Times Square.
Come on,
all that
bro.
shit. Shout out to More Bookings, man. Morris took me up there and shout out Leek, the photographer, and the whole team, and Nathaniel, the great Mia Snow.
Oh, it's Life of Morris.
Yeah, Life of Morris. That's my guy.
Nathaniel. Come on, man. Nathaniel the Great. My brothers, man. I'm my brothers.
Yeah. Shout out to them.
That's what's up. Definitely.
They do the press runs, man.
Absolutely.
It's not cheap.
Up.
So Morris gonna make sure he get his money.
That's right. That's right.
Shit. So, but shout out to them.
Work,
They're definitely worth it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gabe, take us with you. Music off, driving down the highway. What's on your mind?
Oh, these fucking crazy drivers. Gotta watch out for them.
Absolutely.
Like let me watch out. These guys, especially in the rain.
That's right.
They don't know how to drive in Atlanta.
That's
I love Atlanta. I love y'all, but y'all can't drive. Bro.
Absolutely. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. Who's that one person in life you admire the most?
I would say myself.
Respect.
You know what I'm saying? Because what I've overcame, where I'm going, how hard I work. And you know, I live in my own world, and I know that's people have told me that, and it's true. I'm trying to get a certain place, and I call myself my own idol, and I really believe that, and I look up to myself.
That's right.
And I'm in this fight. It's me, myself, and I. So that's the best answer I can give you.
Real.
And it's coming from a humble place.
Who on earth knows you the best?
Myself.
Real. Absolutely. That's real, bro. No, majority of people answer like that. Myself.
It's the truth. I don't, you know, because there's certain things that you hide away from the world, and no one will ever know.
That's real.
And that's the beauty of being yourself. You can, and I let it out through music a lot of times, you know, and have moments where I let people see into my world a little bit more, and with different things and little quirks or jokes I make or whatever. And it's kind of fun. It's the entertainment aspect.
Real.
You know?
You come from a very tight-knit family.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe is a ladies' man. You know, there's no little Gabes around yet. How are you able to not? How are you able to go through as an R&B singer? You know, women galore. How are you able to do this? And you know, do you also? It's a 2-part question. Do you see yourself being married one day?
First part of my first answer on that is pull out game strong.
Sure.
No, I'm not wild like I used to be, man.
Gotcha,
I mean, you know, I believe in a thing like soul ties, is called. You know, so like anybody you sleep with, for people who know what that is, a lot of times, or you're intimate with, touching a person, even kissing, like whatever. Even like I don't just shake hands with everybody, dab people up, because the energy stuff is real.
That's real. That's a
fact.
So
I don't, you know, like you could take on whatever they're going through, demons. You can take on good energy.
So true.
And you got to be careful about how you intertwine with people. So, I think, you know, I definitely got a few. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I ain't gonna say too much, but you know, you got the studio, you know what I'm saying? Pull up with a little Henny or something.
That's
but
real.
you know, I'm really focused, man. I'm really locked in. Absolutely. And my baby is my music. Come on. So I've had a baby. I've had 3,000 of them.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but you know, and as far as getting married, I don't know. I don't know if that's in the cards for me. I used to be lover boy, got my heart broken, you know what I'm saying? And then I wrote my first #1 project I ever had on iTunes, which was cool.
That's right.
I was grateful for that one. And then ever since then, I just like kind of let the love thing go back in 2017. Not like a want, but like, you know, I just kind of I've been really focused on my music and so where I can go. And I feel like, you know, when I get to more of a pinnacle and I'm at the Grammys, I'm doing everything I need to be doing. I think the right person is going to find me. I'm find them. I don't need to be out here looking for love and shit. Like I need to be locked in and focused on my goals and becoming the best man I can.
Real.
And that's it.
Respect.
So maybe one day, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to having kids, but I don't know if I would want to raise another person like me. That would be a lot.
Yo, bro.
I'm just going to be honest.
You mentioned love or respect. Which one means most to you?
Respect. Because I think to respect is to love. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So if you ain't got no respect, you can't have no love.
Bar.
You know, so respect for sure.
Time or money? Which one means most to you?
Time. I would rather have time over money. Money, yeah, is powerful, but time is more powerful, I think, because, you know, you can waste time. You can't get that back. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain things that I wish, like with my dad passing even, you know, like, and certain things, like you ever heard somebody say, like, if I knew then what I know now type shit.
Time.
You can't buy back that time. So that's why I would say time.
Real. What, you know, with the $100 million in your bank account tomorrow morning, what changes about Gabe Lustman?
I thought you were gonna say 100,000 or a dinner with Jay-Z. I love Hov.
I love Hov, but don't tell Bella that. That's Bella's favorite artist.
That's your favorite artist. You want to see her take? Right. She's gonna take that dinner, but right. Does it come with like a tomahawk?
Right.
Gold crusted.
Real. But yeah, what changes about you? $100 million tomorrow morning. What changes about you?
I just think nothing would, everything would change. But for me, I could say that nothing would change. But I've gotten a $50,000 and $100,000 check, and I'll be feeling myself. You know, money make you feel yourself, right? So, but I wouldn't essentially change, but I would change the way I do things, and I would do everything. Like I'm not really I'm not a simple guy. You know what I'm saying? So like I can't lie about that. So I would probably be doing everything that I'm doing now times 100.
For sure.
So like if I'm going to press run in New York and meeting with Atlantic and Epic and stuff, I'd be in there, hey, I have $100 million, let's do a partnership.
Absolutely.
And y'all want to take it or leave it, like type shit. I'd be on that type of time.
Absolutely.
With that type of bread, because you got the fuck you money. You know what I'm saying? That's different. That is different.
That no money. No, it's real. Like
that
no. I want 2 slices of cheese on my McChicken.
Oh yeah, no, I'm doubling the McChicken. McChickens for all of us. I'm taking McChickens to the hood. I'm taking them downtown. I'm throwing McChickens out the window to everybody.
That's real, bro. What's next for you? You know, what's the move? Of course, you know my favorite track you're pushing right now.
Thank you.
What's next? Like, what is next for you to gear up for the rest of the remainder of the year, next 6 months?
Remainder of the year, I just dropped my second song. It's called Meet Up.
Come on.
It's been out for a little bit, but I'm just like rebranding the song and giving it another chance at life and to grow some legs. So we just serviced it to 300 radio stations across the nation.
Come on, bro.
Shout out to the Breakfast Club. Shout out to Whammy. Shout out to my people helping me with that. So like I said, What's the Move been doing good. I think
absolutely
it's starting to get like about 200 plays on FM radio a week.
Come on.
And it's getting requested in like smaller markets, like, you know, and I think it's played a couple times in Atlanta, you know, on like the beat.
This record is how I requested an interview with you.
The meetup or
bro,
the what's the move?
Bro, it is it's out of here,
T-shirts
bro. It's
available
Come on,
now.
bro. Absolutely.
Slide in the DM at Gabe Lustman.
Come on now.
$50 small all the way to extra large. Let's go.
Come on, bro.
I'm going to drop off 3 or 4 of them when I leave here.
Come on,
in
bro.
McDonough.
The entrepreneurship, that part too, bro. Like just doing it on your own, like
yeah. I'm hungry, man. I'm never thirsty, always hungry. But
I like that.
I'm
that was a bar. I like that. I like that. It was a bar.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so we dropped what's the move, and it's been doing pretty good. But they keep the DJs and the PDs, the program directors, they keep asking me like, what else you got? You got another one? You got some new stuff? So I'm like, okay, I need to give them what they want because then they're gonna forget about me if I don't. So I'm here, go another one.
Absolutely.
Because everybody's dropping hundreds of thousands of songs every day, you know. So like, I'm like, okay, I got 3,000. I gotta let some of these joints fly or sell them off, whatever. Because they just sitting there collecting dust, and I'm supposed to give this to the world. So Meetup, just we serviced it out yesterday, and I'm hoping that it gets into some of these mixed shows for July 4th, so it can start popping.
Dope.
If it does, if it doesn't, whatever, God's plan, God's timing. So we'll see what happens with that. And I'm gonna continue to work that and do a lot of content. I think nowadays it's a content game for sure.
That's right.
More than talent. It's like if you're good at content, you can do anything.
That's a fact.
Just working. I got my video guys. Like I said, I got 3 different teams that I work with. So just plugging out, shooting content. I'm trying to do like 20, 30 pieces of content a week.
Wow.
Is my goal. You know, I'm not hitting it, but like I will, you know. So just working on that.
Really good. Still really good.
So we're gonna do more because the meetup video was like from a couple years ago.
Gotcha.
So I didn't have no budget then, and I didn't really know what I was doing. But shout out to the people that helped me do that.
That's right.
High Def, you know what I'm saying? He's a great videographer
From Atlanta. I know High Def, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know who he is.
Well, he
for
lived
sure.
in Minnesota, but he shot like Chief Keef, Bieber,
Gotcha.
a whole bunch
For
of people.
sure.
So,
Okay, dope.
yeah, he's really talented. He made all my early videos and stuff like
That's
that.
what's up.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and like do a lot more content around that song and revamp it because now I'm like a little sexy. I got this beard now.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Come on now.
But yeah, because I had no beard and I don't know. I don't think I'm getting rid of this thing. You know what I'm saying? But
it's the maturity.
Yeah,
absolutely.
ladies love it,
That's
man.
right.
Ladies love a beard.
That's right. That's
beard
right.
gang.
That's real, bro.
But yeah, so that, and then I have a 3rd single called "Don't Leave."
Okay.
And I just released that too, and then I'm just kind of letting it float out there a little bit, and then I'm gonna go and hit it, bam, after a while. But you know, people who really watching and listening, they heard the record, but
Respect.
you know, but if I'm not pushing it to the forefront yet.
Gotcha.
I think I did like one post for it a couple months ago.
For sure.
But I'm going back to Puerto Rico, and I'm gonna shoot the video again because the first time I wasn't happy with it.
Okay.
Well, the first time was in Eugene, Oregon. My boy Harley Castro shot it for me. It was really dope. He's a great videographer, but we just I don't think
You know
it
the
was
vision.
I wanted a little different, like a beach and stuff like that. So then I went there, and that guy, he couldn't, like, shout out to my boy Harley. I love you. Nothing against him. Is the second guy who was an asshole. So like that guy, nah.
Gotcha.
So that didn't work. So the third time, I'm gonna get it right.
For sure.
Third time's a charm. I got my boy DMG Films. Shout out to Stoop. He did "What's the Move," that music video.
For sure.
That man is cold as
Solid,
ice, man.
absolutely.
Yeah. So we're gonna get it right. I found a mansion on the beach.
Come on.
Like I know what the sunsets look like. I watch like YouTube videos.
Right.
You know,
So
I was trying to
really
like go
scoping
find
it
some
out.
like little chicks over there in Puerto Rico. Like send me a picture of the ocean. Like you know.
sure.
But we're gonna do that, and I can already map out the shots in my head.
dope.
So like I'm excited. We're gonna do that in August.
For sure.
So I'm gonna go back down there and make a little vacation out of it. Bring my chef
That's
down
right.
there.
That's
It's gonna
right.
be lit.
For sure, bro. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
So yeah, everybody download "What's the Move," requested at the local radio stations. Also make sure you get the T-shirt.
Come on
like I
now.
said, "What's the Move?"
How can
available.
just through DM or how can we?
They can DM me right now. I'm working on setting up my Shopify.
Okay,
you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
I'm getting my website back put together and stuff. I have like a little, you know what I'm saying? Like it's in my bio. Y'all can do
for
that.
sure, for sure.
And check that out. But you know, that'll be coming soon. I got to revamp that. You know, it's always a headache working with the
You know how it
webmasters
goes.
and
That's
stuff.
right,
And
that's
like,
right.
oh my
That's a
God.
fact.
So like, but right now, everybody just hit me on the gram at Gabe Lustman, GABELUSTMAN. I'm gonna be working on a lot more music. Like I said, I got the studio, so I'm in there every day.
For sure.
Like I said, I've done almost 3,000 songs.
Wow.
So I'm just gonna continue to work on my craft and you know, just just keep going. That's
Respect.
it.
Gabe Lustman, when it's all said and done, what would you want for your legacy to be?
I just want it to be that like I made somebody, like I changed somebody's life in a positive way. You know, like I encouraged them not to give up or help them get through like some of the darkest places in their life through my music, and that it would change their life and heal them from anything they're going through. That would be amazing. And then of course, maybe one day get like a McChicken deal or something with cheese. Right. McDonald's. Shout out to McDonald's. I need the endorsement deal.
Absolutely.
Call me Ronald.
That's real, bro. Real. Bro, let me ask you this, man. You know, legacy or your happiness? This is the last question. Which one means most to you?
Goes back to the respect and love thing. I think happiness is legacy. So if you're happy and you're good with yourself and you have solace and peace, I think that the legacy is a reflection of that. Because if you're messed up and angry and miserable, how are you going to be your best self to create a great legacy?
Real,
you know?
Wow.
So I think definitely happiness, because I can create at my highest frequency and do the best I can do when I'm happy. So even when I'm sad, that's a motherfucker too. But because the darkness can create
Absolutely.
some great art too.
Absolutely.
But yeah, happiness. That's
real. Respect, bro. Respect. Gabe Lustman, as tradition on the Integrity Response. If you can reach to that bowl, grab one fortune cookie, open it, read it to your supporters, and just like that, we out of here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What happens? Like sometimes I'm unlucky. Like, what if I pull one and it don't got one in there?
Bro, that's happened one time. We edited it out. Yeah.
Do it again.
Right.
All right, let's see.
It happens one time. It sure has, bro.
All right. Do I have to eat the whole cookie? Pause.
No, they say for it to come true, you actually have to have a, yeah.
All right.
Right.
Okay, let's see.
Right.
So I got to eat while let's see. Don't rip the fortune that I'm.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to do this. Take a bite and talk with food in my mouth.
Right, go ahead.
All right. Well, I go with fine. To be courageous is to face adversity with bravery and determination.
Real, bro.
And the back says, Guang Dong Guang
Right.
Dong.
To be courageous, have to face adversity. Read it one more time. To be courageous.
Guang Dong. Oh, hold on, wrong side. No, I was actually saying dried noodle.
Right.
I said dried noodle in Chinese.
Real.
Okay. To be courageous is to face adversity with bravery and determination.
Respect.
I ate the cookie, so
It's real, bro. Absolutely.
lit.
Gabe Lustman. My brother, it's been a pleasure, man. Appreciate
Thank
you
you.
pulling up,
Pleasure
man.
was mine.
2025. What's the move? Y'all, please go support that record. It's crazy. It's out of here. We're doing a cruise session with that record too. Follow behind this interview. 2025, the Integrity Response. Gabe Lustman. Salute.